And here we go. Game started.
2, 1, fight.
Phazil's perspective, he does start off and it's gonna take the rocket launcher into the mega. Very quick grab here. It's not gonna take the chance that p0ngmiester might be trying to sneak it. Both players gonna exchange a little bit of damage here, but nothing else. Rather playing defensively early on. Do not want to engage into a fight early on. phazil with his melee out. Something that we've seen a lot from him in previous series. He does take the melee out. Maybe because the sensitivity on it is higher. He can turn and move with it better, but can be caught with his pants down as p0ngmiester with a few nice rockets is able to grab the first frag. p0ngmiester, I'm not sure if this is a spectator bug, but he does have a little bit of a higher ping disadvantage. He's gonna find phazil in the red. Red has been already claimed. Unfortunately, Pog is not. p0ngmiester is gonna hit some rockets here, however, and then the rail, increasing his lead 2-0. Now, with the mega in his hand and some armor, he is in a position where he could take this next fight. Gonna take the red also. This is full map control for him. phazil doesn't have any armor. He's gonna play very defensive here, and a lot of that stack that p0ngmiester just gained is gone. One more rail, or I should say one more rail and an LG could do the job, but Pong and phazil at equal health, no armor for either player. Now gonna split up, each taking a major item. Fortunately, p0ngmiester had the advantage and couldn't take more control of that. Now phazil turning it around, having all the health. Red is up, however, and phazil is gonna be here to contest that, but p0ng is gonna go ahead and take it anyways. phazil is just gonna run away. Now in the mega room, the rocket's doing a lot of damage. A really nice rocket. Still low. Anyone can go down and they're gonna self-destruct and get the frag. A tied fight there. Does favor phazil a little bit because he does take the red. p0ngmiester is gonna check the red and not find that it's been taken. Is he gonna stick around here for a little bit more? phazil should be taking the mega. He will, and phazil, if he knows the timing, he could catch p0ngmiester here. Will he be here on time? No, he will not. p0ngmiester taking the red for free. Will make the move towards the rocket launcher, but a trap setup from phazil is gonna do some damage. Now, phazil is looking to trap him in the mega room. Gotta hit 2 rails here. p0ngmiester grabbing the armor, does have this light lead in the stack. Is gonna grab the red to himself, some health bubbles. Now, with the mega going phazil's way, he could get some nice damage done here. Having the high ground advantage is good, but short fight regardless. Some rockets though from phazil, predicting the correct location where p0ngmiester was gonna come from. It's not gonna do much, but the flick rocket into the air on phazil's face is gonna leave him screaming. This should be a frag right here, and the lead is increased for p0ngmiester. Now, caught in a bad position, takes out the hammer and actually hits him in the air, but not gonna do enough, and p0ngmiester carrying the momentum here. The rocket from phazil actually good enough to ward him off for a bit. Able to grab the mega. Does phazil want to commit to this fight? He does want to lock him in, but the rockets are not going to do anything. p0ngmiester very low here. He could go down to a single rail shot. He's gonna grab the blue and be fine. But very low on a stack. He does need this red armor. I'm gonna grab the rocket launcher first. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Should just grab the red, play it safe, and back out for the next fight. Now, both players, each controlling an item, not really fighting for each other's control. Unfortunately, p0ngmiester rockets himself up, doesn't realize that Mega has been taken, and phazil coming in hot by is gonna take the teleporter. Pong setting up the trap behind it. He's gonna try and catch phazil up. Both players exchanging a frag. p0ngmiester with the rail and phazil with the rocket. Now phazil grabbing the Mega again. Does have the rocket here, but no LG. He needs to back out. And he will. p0ngmiester still making noise in the Mega room. Gonna relocate to himself. A nice pixel pincer from phazil is able to grab that one hit. And unfortunately, phazil knows where p0ngmiester is gonna come from. Is gonna do a lot of damage to his face. Could have taken... Actually, he does not have the LG here, so he couldn't have finished him off. But is actually going to be able to ward off p0ngmiester, but not before he comes back through the rocket launcher room. p0ngmiester on a really low amount of health. He needs to recover some of this. He could die here. He's very low. phazil still doesn't have the LG that he needs. He's gonna wait for the Mega. Both major items are now up in a few seconds. p0ngmiester is gonna take the red. phazil is gonna take the Mega. He did hear the teleporter, but unfortunately, shot too late. Not gonna connect with that pincer, but that one will. And now, dancing around each other, p0ngmiester takes the other entrance, and now at very low health, p0ngmiester does finish it off with a rocket. Well placed rocket. And the result of that was phazil not having that lightning gun that entire life. Should have grabbed that at some point, but fortunately he didn't. Here we have p0ngmiester now. Hitting a rail, locking phazil into the pincer room, but gonna back out. Knows that the red's gonna come up soon. Is gonna take it. And phazil making his presence known in the Mega room. Items are gonna be up in 15 seconds. phazil dancing around the pillar of the lift, dodging the rockets back and forth. Gonna take some LG damage here, but a little bit too early. Gonna have his stack nullified. Does p0ngmiester finish this off? He does not, unfortunately. Both players with less than 20 health have to scatter, recollect that stack. phazil still not with a lot of health here. He needs to collect some bubbles. He could go down if he's not careful. A direct rocket could finish him off, but... Oh, this is very dangerous. He is gonna grab the 50 bubble and hit p0ngmiester with pincer. That will lead p0ngmiester to running away and grabbing the red. Mega's still up though. It's gonna be taken by phazil. A nice little prediction rocket. And the pincer. phazil, however, re-peeking that. Kind of dangerous to do that here, especially when p0ngmiester has been really hot with those rails. He's gonna lock himself in this corner. This is a bad position to be here. Both players gonna take the teleporter, but with rockets exchanges, phazil is gonna take the frag with a sliver of life left. Wow, an incredible series of events there. They need phazil to close the gap a little, but the LG from p0ngmiester, he could chase here, he could finish this off. The rockets, unfortunately, are not there. And p0ngmiester is up to take this first map here. With golden frag on the board, All p0ngmiester has to do is grab back the stack. Mega's gonna be up. He could claim control of this. He does not hear it, but he will check it anyways. Or will he opt to look for a phazil and end the game here? He will. 2 rockets in the favor of phazil. Both players are gonna start the game immediately. If phazil can tie up the series, we'll go to Frontier. Frontier was the map that they decided not to ban, and it will be the second time in the series of tonight's games that we'll be seeing that map. We haven't seen Casba played at all. We have been seeing a lot of Skybreak, Bioplant, and Perilous. Unfortunately, no love for Casba to this day. But regardless, this is the game now, and p0ngmiester taking a few rails here. He has 1 HP. He could go down here. Does phazil know how low he is? That rocket, just 1 damage of splash could have finished him off, but p0ngmiester gonna recoup here and is gonna catch up some health back. Blue's not up for another few seconds, but gonna grab it anyways. phazil, however, with the map control, the red, and the armors, it's gonna be full, and the rails also in his favor. p0ngmiester unfortunately is gonna repeat the door and take a rocket to the face. Has to run. phazil, does he know how low p0ngmiester is? p0ngmiester is gonna grab the mega for free. No contest from phazil, unfortunately. And now p0ngmiester getting full control of the map here. Is he expecting the teleporter? No, phazil actually comes in very close and with some really nice rockets from the upper area. phazil claims the first frag of the board, something that he really needs to tie up the series. Mega and red are gonna be up. Do they know which one is gonna be first? Red is up first. p0ngmiester actually grabs the mega, and the red goes in favor of phazil. Both players at even stacks. Now, phazil playing it very slow, does hear the sound cue where p0ngmiester is. p0ngmiester grabbing the yellow now, does not spot phazil. Gets pincered twice, but p0ngmiester does reply with one of his own pincers. Now, battle for the red, or maybe not. phazil's just gonna take that away for free. p0ngmiester should be opting to get the mega here. He will drop down, but not before taking a pincer. phazil just waiting. It's not gonna spot him peeking again. And now both players colliding in the red. phazil sent flying here. This could be a frag for p0ngmiester if he hits the rail, but phazil has the rails of his own, and 1 more rail could finish the job here. The nice series of rails, an 85 damage rail finishes the job, and he's able to grab the second kill on the board. Really cool stuff here from phazil, able to hit the 90 damage pincer. Oh my lord, this man doesn't miss. Will we see a 100 damage pincer coming up soon? phazil playing very slow here. Both mega and red are up at the same time. p0ngmiester, he is very stacked here. He did take both major items. phazil, he needs some armor before he fights this next fight. But he's waiting a long time here. Will p0ngmiester realize that? Or no, instead p0ngmiester will opt to grab the mega first. phazil choosing the red. Both players not wanting to engage just yet. But a 95 pincer damage. Oh, doesn't hit the 100 rail. But some really nice rockets here. Both players are gonna exchange frags. A fight that favored p0ngmiester is actually gonna end up in a tie. phazil technically winning that one. It's not gonna be able to grab the mega here. Gonna be a little bit too late, but the LG and the rockets from phazil is able to increase the score lead. And p0ngmiester caught with a shotgun in his hand. This is not a good weapon here, but he's kind of making it work now. Will he be able to grab the 5th kill on the board? phazil is, in fact, with the red. Does see his opponent across the map, but unfortunately, he does not have the railgun. Could have gotten easy damage there, but p0ngmiester, escaping blind, is gonna face him off around the armor shards. Both players are gonna disengage rather quickly. Now, p0ngmiester grabbing the mega. The red goes to phazil. Oh, actually misses the jump there. Will this cost him some time? Both items with an accidental delay there are gonna come up around the same time. Now, p0ngmiester taking the teleporter is gonna take 2 rails. phazil hitting the 3rd rail here. And the 4th one. This is dead zone right here. The LG could finish off the job and he will take out the LG, but the rocket launcher decides on using it instead and is able to clean up and increase the score lead. This is looking like a map 3 scenario between these 2 players. He might be going to Frontier later if p0ngmiester cannot climb back up the board. phazil now. Waiting, setting up a trap around red. Knows that it's gonna be up in a few seconds. Is gonna dodge away from it. Shakes in disappointment, unfortunately. It happens. Radius pickup isn't that big. But we'll grab it. Mega is gonna be up. It's gonna rocket jump above it. Really good idea, but it's just gonna miss p0ngmiester taking it. Lines up a nice rail through the teleporter. Gets him once, but misses a second one. p0ngmiester taking the jump pad, a very dangerous decision here, but it ends up being in his favor anyway. p0ngmiester with the higher stack is gonna get machine gun down here, but not much damage done. Now, with phazil having to regain his stack, he can't grab mega here. Red is gonna be up soon, gets spotted around the yellow, but the high ground rockets do a lot of damage to p0ngmiester. Down to 100 health, just grabs the blue. Both players meeting around the red area. phazil, however, takes it. Now, is this the fight that's gonna lead to another frag to either player? p0ngmiester very low on health, could have gone down here, but phazil is just about missing the last rail that was necessary to increase the score lead. Yellow is gonna be available for him. He does get some of that armor back. But the mega, however, was just taken by phazil. And now phazil looking in a very dangerous position with a full stack here. p0ngmiester cannot fight this. He doesn't know that red's not going to be up for another 15 seconds, so he's just going to disengage away. But p0ngmiester is going to find phazil in the wrong side of the neighborhood. And unfortunately, gonna go down again. We have a minute and a half left until golden frag. p0ngmiester seem to have lost control of the map here. phazil's going to be able to grab the major items. Yellow's up. And instead, phazil's gonna opt to set up trap here. I think he heard him above him, but he did. Sees the top of his head, but p0ngmiester deciding better to run away is gonna be able to grab the red here. Will he be able to capitalize on this? No, unfortunately, phazil is not gonna be able to grab another frag here. And p0ngmiester able to get away with that red. Might be able to get the mega here, and he will. Now p0ngmiester on the stack advantage is gonna find phazil with the LG, gonna do a lot of damage. Having to disengage, phazil's gonna opt to go for a pincer fight. And now with p0ngmiester approaching, gonna take a rocket to the face. Both players very low stack. That gives a chance for phazil to grab the red here, but p0ngmiester taking the teleporter. Both players gonna meet up with very low health. Anyone could go down this fight. But they decide to disengage, and phazil grabs the yellow. Mega is just about taken. Red should be up. Portal should be taking the portal here. This is the golden frag. He could finish the game, but the shotgun from p0ngmiester just about keeps him in the game. p0ngmiester, a very dangerous fight to take, yet the shotgun worked out for him. He's gonna be now grabbing some armor stack back. Looking at the LG, he needs that. He had 0 ammo. He's gonna wait for the Mega, sees that it's just spawning. Now p0ngmiester, with map control, has a better stack than phazil here. He could take a fight. phazil just took the yellow. He is a little bit healthy, but unfortunately gonna take a decent amount of damage from that rocket and is gonna back away immediately. This should give the chance for p0ngmiester to grab this next red here. Unless phazil wants to take this fight, this would be a very dangerous situation for him. p0ngmiester is gonna be able to grab the red uncontested. Mega's up in 3 seconds. Does p0ngmiester contest this? He will, but both players are gonna fall into each other. Mega going to p0ngmiester. Both players actually load the rockets from phazil. Actually, the trade at the end favoring phazil is gonna be able to tie up the series 1-2.
Game starts in 3.
Here we go. Game starting. Map 3. Final series. p0ngmiester versus phazil. Series tied 1-1 as we start off with a fight around the Mega. phazil with their health advantage here actually opts to steal the Mega away from p0ngmiester. And a little visual glitch here. I'm gonna switch to phazil's perspective since he won the last map, but interesting. You kind of could see the glitch happening. Not sure if that's visible for phazil, but if it is, he does gain information from it. He is gonna opt to camp the Mega and go for the blue. He does not have the lightning gun yet, so he has to grab it here. Now, tracking on the hunt, is gonna find p0ngmiester. This should be a frag for him. Almost takes a rocket to the face. p0ngmiester backing away. Should be grabbing the LG. And the red goes phazil. Both players dancing around the 50 bubble. Not gonna engage here, but dropping down behind p0ngmiester. Unfortunately, the rail is not gonna connect. And now the Mega goes to phazil, as well as the blue. p0ngmiester moving a lot around the map, making himself noticeable. Unfortunately, phazil's rails are not connecting this game. But he's finally gonna get 2 here. 1 more, 3. A 4th one could finish the frag. Oh, just so close. p0ngmiester grabbing the 50 bubble at the end there spared him from his life, but this could be the end right here. The rail, however, missing, but the last one is able to finally claim the first frag on the board for phazil. phazil now. Mega and the blue armor. p0ngmiester with the red. This is an even fight here. Both players similar stack. phazil's not gonna know that the red has been taken, so he's gonna be waiting here for a little bit. Does hear p0ngmiester running around the Mega area. Mega is not gonna be up in 10. phazil, will he check for the red or will he wait for the Mega? Gonna see that the red is up. Gonna opt to take it. p0ngmiester is gonna take the Mega. Both players trading the major items. Now, on the high ground, dropping down a nice direct rocket from phazil. Both players dueling it out with the LG, and the rocket launcher comes out from both, but phazil comes out on top in the end with his rockets. It looked like p0ngmiester had him locked down for a second, but decided to push instead. And unfortunately, it did not work well for him in the end. Now phazil's gonna restock on his health. Both major items are gonna be up, but this is a situation phazil does not want to be in. With 40 health left, he could be finished off here. p0ngmiester does do the job with the rail. The red also going in his favor here, but not before phazil comes in flying with rockets, as well as taking rockets while flying. p0ngmiester with a nice shot at the end is able to tie off the scoreboard. Just sees that mega. However, unfortunately, he's not up, and phazil can't take that. So p0ngmiester, claiming that major item, should be going up to the red soon. Now, p0ngmiester on a rail duel here is not gonna do damage, but still on the hunt. Disengage, take a rocket to the back, unfortunately, and phazil contesting the mega will hit a rail before smoking it off. p0ngmiester spamming the rockets through the smoke, unfortunately, is not going to be able to steal it away, and phazil regains the lead. Setting up a trap here is going to get a direct rocket, capitalizing. Really nice job placing that rocket right into his face. Good position from him, taking the high ground. p0ngmiester didn't expect that, and now both players are fighting around the rare area. A good position from phazil is gonna let him use the LG to finish off and increase his lead even further. Now he's gonna grab the red. Both players same position as before. phazil's gonna stand still, knows that the rocket's not gonna hit him. Dangerous, but he knows what he's doing. He's not gonna get hit by that one. He's gonna come back, wait for the mega. Not gonna be up for 10 seconds. Spending a little bit too much time here. This is looking dangerous. If p0ngmiester comes back here, he does have the higher stack. Will he contest this? He won't. Now phazil grabbing the mega for free, and it looks like p0ngmiester taking a lot of rocket damage here should go down, and now a serious lead by 4 frags is gonna put phazil up. phazil still healthy in the stack here. He's gonna miss the rail. Fortunately, none of the rails connecting. Is gonna take a rocket. Spending too much time in the same spot while being rocket spammed usually isn't a good idea. Now in the mega, p0ngmiester claiming it. This is his chance to decrease the score gap, but jumping into the rockets unfortunately is gonna cost him his life. And now phazil leading 7-2 with just about 3 minutes left into the golden frag. p0ngmiester, very dangerous situation here. He's very low on health, needs to grab the 50 bubble, which he will, but phazil with his hammer out is gonna get caught by a rocket, and the gap closes 7-3. p0ngmiester also gonna grab map control here. He's gonna grab the mega, he's gonna grab both blue armors, and now phazil only has the red here. p0ngmiester is gonna contest this, should be able to grab this for free, but not before taking a rail. phazil still no armor, still no mega. He has no map control here. If p0ngmiester realizes this, he could take full advantage of this, and he's gonna catch phazil in a terrible position. This will let him gain the frag here. The armor is also gonna go in his way, as well as the mega. p0ngmiester having full map control here should be able to close the gap even further. Now we're in a 7-5. It's starting to snowball into p0ngmeister's favor as he proceeds to grab the red. If he finds phazil at the right time, he could, and he will finish him off, but unfortunately the items are still not available for another 15 seconds. p0ngmeister, however, is gonna grab the blues, which will let him know that phazil cannot grab any armor. Mega is gonna be available, red is gonna be available at the same time, but p0ngmeister in a very dominant position will receive a rail here, something that phazil needed. phazil grabbing the red is gonna take another rail. One more could finish him off, and it will. p0ngmeister taking the tie, the series tie here. He could take the lead. One more hit with the pincer. He's gonna go through the teleporter. He still can hit him here, but unfortunately gonna miss the rails. phazil running with barely any health is gonna encounter p0ng, but just barely takes a rocket. Now phazil actually trying to contest the mega. not a good idea when you're down to 20 health and could die from a single rail. Is gonna opt to bring it back a little, tone it down, grab some health, grab the red. Now, rockets flying down, none of them connecting. The LG does a little bit of damage, but p0ngmiester still doing a great job of item control. Just a little bit ago, we were at a 7-2 deficit, and p0ngmiester, escalating and snowballing, was able to climb up. Really good stuff from him as he's able to grab some of the items here. Red is not going to be available. phazil just took it. And now a fight around the red, around the 50 bubble. Slow ball is gonna ward off p0ngmiester. He does not want to push through it. He's gonna opt to go in the other way. Gonna take a few rockets here, but p0ngmiester also replying with a little bit a direct rocket. This should be able to finish him off. 2 direct rockets is able to do the job here. p0ngmiester finally catching a breather, getting the lead for the first time in the game. After being down by 5 kills, is gonna find phazil here again in the mega. That has already been taken, so phazil can't spend any time around here. p0ng now waiting for the red. He knows it's gonna be up. He's gonna time it right. 1.5 minutes left until the golden frag. Now phazil, the one in disadvantage, needs to regain map control if he wants to tie up the series, but it's looking very tough here. p0ngmiester doing a great job of keeping track of the major items. He's gonna do a lot of damage here with the LG. He should know that he's low. He's gonna rocket jump up and finish off with a beautiful mid-air rocket. Now a score lead increasing for phazil, for p0ngmiester. This is looking rather panicky from him. Mega up in 3 seconds. phazil needs to do something about this. He can't just let him give item control. Mega is important. phazil taking a interesting point. Isn't able to do more damage. That actually ends up hurting him as he got knocked off. Now he's gonna take a lot of damage. It's golden frag territory. 1 rail could finish off the game, but p0ngmiester, being very low on health, decides to back off. He's gonna grab some armor and recoup some of that health. Mega, not up for another 4 seconds. And phazil, heard above. Both players, this could be the last fight that p0ngmiester needs here. 1 more rocket or a well-placed rail could end the game, but instead, both players disengaging at very low health. p0ngmiester is gonna grab the 50 bubble. Still in control of the game here. He could contest his red. He knows that phazil is nowhere near it, so he's gonna take this. Almost a rail hits him. Now, with the mega up, will phazil grab it? He will. This is what phazil needs right now. Now he just needs some armor to cover up for that health. p0ngmiester gonna hit a rail, scaring off phazil. Now, doesn't know that the mega was taken. He's gonna wait a little bit here too much. phazil is gonna grab the red off of that. p0ngmiester left wondering, when did he take that mega? p0ngmiester walking around the map now is gonna lose the red. Unfortunately, he wandered way off the mark. phazil grabbing that, but not before taking 2 rails. That's gonna leave him hurting a little. Both players at similar stacks. However, p0ngmiester is gonna be able to claim the mega. And now phazil shouldn't be fighting here, but very low in health. p0ngmiester takes the series 2-1. Incredible job. Wow, that was actually an intense game. The golden frag lasting for about 3 minutes.